Our eighth and final video interview is with Dr. Geraldine Knatz, the Executive Director of the Port of Los Angeles and AAPA Chairman of the Board for the fiscal 2009 activity year. Geraldine has worked with the Port of Los Angeles for the last few years after having spent many years with nearby Port of Long Beach. Geraldine holds a doctorate in biological sciences and a master's in environmental engineering from the University of Southern California and has worked in the industry since 1977. In this interview, Geraldine credits her ascendancy in the port industry to the relationship she formed in her involvement with AAPA over the years. She also talks about the significant benefits that both she and the Port of Los Angeles continue to get as active members of the association.
Actually, becoming the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles was something that I never dreamed would have happened to me. I loved every job I had, but to me it was a big deal, and it's sort of like, where do you go from here when you're executive director of one of the biggest ports in the country? So I view that as a major accomplishment. Another benefit of the organization for me was my opportunity to meet Lillian Barone, who was the port director of New York. She was chairman of the board, and you know, she looked out for me. Whenever there was an opportunity to nominate somebody for something, she kind of looked out for me. She always put my name forth in different things, and if I hadn't been involved with AAPA, I never would have met her. And because of the things that she did for me, mentoring me, you know, and I think it's because, you know, there's not that many female port directors, so we look out for each other. That really helped me develop leadership skills. I was able to watch her, another woman, at, you know, the highest level in the organization. So again, it was a benefit of being involved with this organization, to meet somebody like that. You know, of course, there's the representation in Washington, D.C., which is one of the most important things that AAPA does, and they do a great job at it. And then it's also the, you know, the networking with your peers. You know, the sitting down and talking to a port director about how they handled a position. And, you know, even though I work for a large port that has a lot of resources, there's many times that other ports came up with ideas and I'm like, geez, I wish I had thought of that. And then I go back to my port and say, here's an idea, you know, and so that kind of exchange is really invaluable.